Today's video, we're cooking up some chicken, but it's going to be interesting because I got lots of new techniques and no recipe. We're just winging it. Follow along and see what we're doing. Going to make a wet marinade, nothing too exciting yet. Garlic and onions, pretty standard. Some apple cider vinegar, another standard ingredient for me when it comes to marinating. Here's where we really start to bring the flavor. Going to go in with some Westero BBQ Rub. This stuff is fantastic. Think about that rotisserie chicken flavor, but with way more flavor and without all the junk. Next is where I really got creative. I grabbed the tub of bacon up. Should have opened it before, but luckily I had my nice trusty Lamson Made in America knife handy. Cut that plastic seal off the top. If you don't know what bacon up is, it's just shelf-stabled, triple filtered bacon grease. Because I don't know about you, but I never have enough bacon grease. Gonna go ahead and add this, about equal parts of the apple cider vinegar and the bacon up. Like I said, no recipe, I'm just winging this. That's how I cook. I cook completely by eye. I'll do my best to come up with a recipe and put it down in the description below. But remember, I'm just cooking by feel because for me, that's how cooking should be. We got this in the Ninja Bullet blender. Gonna give that a good whiz so everything's combined. And then we're gonna go in for the taste test. Because you know we gotta try it to make sure it's right. You could use a spoon, but just cooking for me and my family, I'm gonna stick my finger in and give that a good old taste. I got a glove on at least anyways. Good thing I use protection. This is good, but I can tell right now I'm gonna need to up the flavor a little bit. So we're going back in with some more of that Westero BBQ Rub. This is not spicy, but it's got some nice chili powder in there and so much great flavor. You definitely need to try the whole Westero line of rubs. They're all sugar-free, free of junk. Definitely wanna check them out. So today I picked up some chicken leg quarters at a smoking deal. Can't pass up meat when it's on sale. Back out with that high quality, made in America Lamson knife. This is my 8-inch Premier chef's knife. To separate these chickens is really easy. Just gonna wanna bend the chicken a little bit, feel for that joint, and slice right in between the joints. It'll slice like butter, especially if you got a nice sharp knife. You could leave these whole if you wanted, but I got a couple little kids and it was just easier to cut everything into separate pieces. This way, if they wanted legs or thighs, they had whatever they wanted. So I think this would be fantastic whole. For me personally, I'd probably keep them whole. So let me speed this up. We'll get through these quick, and then we'll get that marinade onto these chickens. To marinate them, we're going inside of a Ziploc bag. This is just gonna save a whole lot of mess. It's summertime. I'm trying to keep things pretty easy. I'm trying to enjoy more time with my family outside and less time cleaning up and less time making videos. So we're trying to keep it easy. I dumped this marinade in the bag. And right about here is where I think maybe I should have added some mustard or a couple egg yolks, some kind of emulsifier. Maybe would have helped to keep that fat mixed with the rest of the flavors. But we're going to go with it. I think it's going to be fine. Might not look that pretty now, but wait till the end. I'm sure it's going to be delicious. So I like to leave some air in the bag, mix the chicken around. Once the chicken's well mixed, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze out as much air as I can. We're going to put this in the refrigerator overnight. And the next day, let's start up our chimney. The fastest way to light charcoal by far is if you've got an outside burner, go ahead and light that up and put your chimney starter right on top. Today I got this loaded up with Jealous Devil Max Briquettes. That's all I burn here is Jealous Devil products. They're all natural, no junk in them. Once that chimney burns for a couple minutes over that burner, we're going to transfer it to the SnS Kettle and let it finish lighting there. But we got a few more accessories. We got to get into this SnS Kettle before we start cooking. Going to be using the all-new fire baskets from SnS Grills. Think about those chintzy charcoal baskets that may have came with your Weber grill. These are just like that, but better built. These are made out of stainless steel. They're much bigger. They work great in your SnS kettle or your Weber kettle. I'm going to keep these in the middle, spread the coals out a little bit. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap in between them just so I can get a little bit more cooking area on this grill. Using the coal rakes to spread that charcoal around. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get the Rotisserie Ring on top of this SnS Kettle. This Rotisserie Ring from SnS is way different than your Weber one. It air seals so you can shut your coals off, but it's got one more big upgrade I'm about to put on. This Rotisserie Ring is not just a rotisserie, it's a grill extender. So I'm going to put a grill grate right on top. We're cooking these chickens over direct heat the whole time, but we'll be far enough from the flames where we're not going to burn it. I'm going to keep my top vent all the way open. And then on the bottom, I close down the vent all the way and I open up the smoke hole. So we're going to be going for kind of a medium-low heat. I'm going to cook these direct. Since we're cooking these direct, We don't want that charcoal burning too hot. Let's get this chicken on. We're just going to put it towards the middle of the grate because remember, around the edge, there is no heat. That'll be a safety zone. If any of the chicken starts getting too black, we can move it over. I'm going to speed this up, get all these chickens on here. We're going to shut the lid, and we're going to relax and hang out for a little bit because we're far enough from the flames. I don't think anything's going to go wrong. You can see there's still chunks of that bacon up on the chicken. It's going to melt in. It's going to be delicious. Let's go. Here we are about 30 minutes into this cook now. Chicken's coming along pretty nice. I'm just going to rotate all these chickens. If there's any that look like they're cooking more than others, we'll switch those around as well. I'm using my Lamson Premier 20-inch tongs to flip this chicken around. They probably could cook for a few more minutes because some of the skins were sticking a little bit, but just wiggle them around, they'll come up. The smell coming off this chicken, though, is incredible. After we rotated that chicken, we shut the lid. We let it cook for about another 15 minutes or so. Then I decided to up the flavor. I had lots of that marinade left over, so I poured that on top. At this point, this chicken's probably technically cooked. Of course, the marinade's not. So we're going to let that cook into that chicken to make sure we don't have any food safety concerns. And when it comes to dark meat chicken, I like to make sure it's thoroughly cooked. If it was a chicken breast, I want to pull that off around 160 degrees or even a little bit less. But with dark meat, you're looking anywhere from 180 to even 200 degrees to maximize that deliciousness. Because you want to break down all that connective tissue. It's going to get juicier when you cook it longer, believe it or not. Man, the smell just keeps getting better on this chicken. I got to think of some more stuff to cook like this. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. How about maybe some pit beef? I'm open to suggestions. Is anybody? Chicken's all done. I tossed it in this foil pan and I closed down the grill just for a couple minutes. I wanted to catch some of that chicken juice in the pan. But let me look at the juiciness on this chicken. It is just dripping in juice. This is phenomenal. This marinade, I know I said it's separated. I should have done something different, but how good does this chicken look? No regrets here. One of my favorite things to do with anything after it comes off the grill or the smoker is to hit it with a little bit of that rub that you used to season it with or another rub. I'm not big on sauces here. I like to keep my ingredients clean and free of sugar. So for the most part, you're not going to see me using any kind of sauce other than maybe some hot sauce. So we're just going to sprinkle some of this Westero rub back on top. Going to go in for that bite. This is full of flavor, so juicy. The skin is perfectly rendered. It bites through. Man, I'm going to be doing this again in the future. What an upgrade. Let me see your Weber kettle. Do that. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you liked, subscribed. If you made it this far already, come show me some love. Also, head over to Instagram. I'm posting content there every single day at Rusty BBQ Lamb. Thanks again. Until the next video.